Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to all the viewers of TV5. Today, I have a esteemed guest, Dr. Yogi Devaraj. Namaste, Dr. Yogi Devaraj.
Namaste, namaste, Praveen.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
So, what brings you to Atlanta?
See, I'm a yoga teacher. For the last 25 years, I'm practicing and preaching yoga. From 2014 onwards, I'm coming to USA every year to propagate, promote yoga. In that, I will be visiting around 15 to 20 cities wherever my students are there. Whoever wants me to, conduct classes, there I will be going.
Fantastic, excellent. I think it's a great thing to do. Before that, there is a lot of confusion to the audience, right? When you say yoga, we hear a lot of yogas. So, can you brief about how many yogas are there and what kind of yoga you teach?
See, Swami Vivekananda was the first Indian monk who came here propagating Sanatana Dharma and yoga. He classified all the yogas into 4 major divisions. One is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Raja Yoga. In that, Raja Yoga is also called Patanjali Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. So these are the main divisions. All others are included in that only. Like Hatha Yoga, you would have heard Hatha Yoga is a mainly thing. It's only the preparation of the body for doing Raja Yoga.
So ultimately, Raja Yoga is the combination of all the yogas.
Right.
So anyone starting yoga, do you think he has to start from the first one or any of the 4, or he can directly go to Raja Yoga?
See, these 4 yogas are divided in such a way they can practice any one of them and still they can be free. That is what Swami Vivekananda always tells. That means if you consider work, that is Karma Yoga, without any expectation, if you do start doing work, that itself is Karma Yoga. Like whatever Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Karmanye Vadikaraste Mapaleshu Kadachana. This shloka tells about the definition for Karma Yoga. Without expectations, any expectation, if you do work, that's Karma Yoga. Then,
Excellent.
Coming to the Jnana Yoga, if anybody feels I am good in intellect, he can practice Jnana Yoga. But there, the minimum thing required is he has to question himself and question others, only taking all the factors of yoga. Like for that, Viveka Chudamani, Adi Shankaracharya's book, these are the books referred for the Jnana Yogis. Then comes Bhakti Yoga. There generally we refer Narada Bhakti Sutras, where all these bhakti, how one should be with a god, is discussed. There is Navavida Bhaktis. Then finally, Raja Yoga, as I already told you, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is also called Ashtanga Yoga. In Ashtanga Yoga means, Ashta means 8, Anga means limbs or divisions or parts, you can tell. Basically, Yama, Niyama, Yogasana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. These are the 8 limbs. In fact, before starting Yogasana, we are supposed to know and practice something called Yama, Niyama. Yama means how one should behave with the society. It's a social discipline you can call. Do's and don'ts you can call. These are 5. He identifies 5. They are Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Aparigraha, Brahmacharya. See, nowadays, all the things happening is violation of these yamas only. Like Satya means telling lies is violation of Satya. That is what is happening today. The second one is Ahimsa, which is the greatest thing, is a contribution of yoga. Means non-violence means not only against other human beings, it's also against any plant or animals also. So much depth it is said in about non-violence. Then only some possibility of growth in terms of individual peace and global peace is possible. That is through non-violence. So Satya, Ahimsa. Asteya, non-stealing. It's already said in yoga. Then non-possessiveness, aparigraha. Then brahmacharya, celibacy. See, all the violations of all things are happening in the society only. That is why he tells to get grounded in yoga, these are the 5 norms one has to, or the commandments one has to follow.
Wow.
Next comes niyamas. Again another 5. Set of 5. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhan. Let me explain one by one. Shaucha means cleanliness.
Okay.
Cleanliness here again, not only taking bath every day outside the body. He goes to the extent of telling inside the body also cleaning through pranayama, cleaning the mind also through meditation. So that is the cleaning level, shaucha. Then santosha. Be happy with whatever we have. Accept the present situation. That is what it tells about santosha. Then tapas, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhan. All these three things becomes kriyas. Kriya yoga we call. How? The tapas means taking one of the yamas and practicing it in one's life, or adopting yogic principle in one's life is nothing but tapas. It's not going to Himalayas, wearing different type of clothes and doing any meditation. Tapas means finding out one of the things, like I told you earlier, satya, ahimsa, all those things, one of that and practicing it. That is tapas. Then swadhyaya means self-inquiry. See, nowadays, we have the habit of observing others, criticizing others, making judgment, opinion, feedback on others only. But yoga tells, do swadhyaya, self-inquiry, self-analysis, question yourself. All these things are in swadhyaya. Then the last one is ishvara pranidhan. Ishvara pranidhan means surrender to the God. Why surrender to the God? See, we may be egoistic because I got a lot of money. But God is the one who has got the entire natural resources of the whole universe. How much big He is. Compared to Him, what is there? One thing. Second thing is, even if you have some few millions or billions, there are a lot of people who are much richer than us. So comparing that, one should be happy with self-analysis. That is what we need to do.
Very, very well said. I think when you talk about yoga, I never really know that there is a theory behind that. We always think that you need to do some poses and then you need to practice. Very well said, Devaraj. I think this is a very good awareness. And today, everyone are busy, as you rightly said. And the niyamas, what you said, everything is opposite. So what do you think should change in one's life? The realization is one thing, everyone will start doing that. But based on your experience, what is your thought how a person should, try to come to this, learn all this?
Okay. See, generally, today the trend is whenever somebody is sick, which cannot be cured or managed using the modern medicines, they come to you.
Again, rightly said.
Because there are no side effects. Cost is very less harm, all those things. And another thing is, whatever happens, it's a permanent cure or permanent management of a particular disease or the disorder. So that is why we need to understand, if at all you want to change anything, the first change it should bring in ourselves. I call it as a better word is transformation than the change. So transformation happens in me first, then others next.
Absolutely.
Probably once the realization happens in me, we can think of co-realization within the family, then within the society. Then we can go to the level of global peace or global realization.
But today's world is very fast. So how much time does anyone need to start this? What do you think?
To start with, even 15 minutes enough for anybody. 5 minutes of asana, 5 minutes of pranayama, 5 minutes of dhyana, one can start. Definitely it is possible by anyone and everyone on earth. Then probably, if they are interested, if they are able to find out the results on his own body, on his own mind, then they may increase it to 10 minutes. By that it becomes 30 minutes. So like that, they can go up to 1 hour and stop there also. Because of the busy schedule, they can do 20 minutes of asanas, 20 minutes of pranayama, and 20 minutes of meditation is enough for a happy, healthy life of any individual.
So when you do this, you don't think you need any exercise to the body? Physical exercise is not required?
Asana is nothing but exercise only.
Okay.
But the difference between exercise and asana is, asana includes pranayama.
Mm-hmm.
But exercise never bothers about pranayama or the breath or the prana. What is that? See, in yoga, universal principle is, whenever the head or the hand goes up, inhale with observation. Whenever the head or the hand goes down, exhale.
Okay.
It's natural. It happens on its own. But the only thing is, we should be aware of that. That awareness is very important in yoga.
Excellent. So coming to the food habits. Today's world is mostly of processed food. right? Everyone wants handy food. So, what is your thought for any personality to transform, not only internally, about the food habits? What is your suggestion?
See, Praveenji, what happens is all of us are busy. But to be busy, to earn dollars, to be happy, to be healthy, what is the first indicator? First indicator is the food. Why? Food, we call it as annam in yogic terms. That is why this body itself is called Annamaya Kosha, which is made up of food. In case there is any problem in this, it is because of the food only.
Absolutely.
So we have to understand this first thing. Then implementation. If you eat whatever is there, naturally that food becomes similar thing inside only. See, supposing you eat banana, that banana becomes Praveen. If the same banana, if I eat, it becomes Devaraj. So in the same way, there is some inbuilt software or the hardware inside the body which transforms the food in a particular way. Supposing you are a tamasic person, that food becomes tamasic. When you are a rajasic person, that food you eat becomes rajasic. If you are a sattvic person, the food becomes translated into sattvic only.
So, sattvic meaning you are saying about vegetarian and
I will tell you now.
Okay.
See, tamasic means, that is why most of the people here in US are using tamasic food. If you prepare once in a week, Saturday and Sunday prepare everything, keep it in the fridge, take it every day, one by one container every day and eat it, that is nothing but tamasic. So, why what I am telling now? Because whatever you do, it's for your life and health and happiness. You have to spare minimum half an hour to 1 hour to prepare because you got lot of things today available to prepare the food. It doesn't take much time. You got lot of technology. Use it, prepare it, eat it. When you come back also, give some time for your preparation of food every day. So prepare the food and eat it same day. That's what my suggestion.
Excellent suggestion. So tell us something like naturopathy. Today's everyone again goes back to naturopathy. So what brings people to go to naturopathy?
See, yoga is the basic thing. What is a belief there in yoga is, this body is capable of manufacturing any chemical required by the body. So body itself is a chemical factory. But to manage that, instructions are given in yoga. Like mudras we teach.
Okay.
Each mudra tells where that prana should go, where that energy should move. All these things are given. If it is not possible by anyone to understand and implement in one's life, the next stage is naturopathy. That is why yoga always goes with naturopathy. That is the next level.
Excellent. Right.
Then, what is naturopathy? As the name indicates, nature supports you to heal or do a therapy, whatever is required in the body. See, nature is made up of 5 elements. We call Mahabhutas, Pancha Mahabhutas. Fire, air,
Water.
ether or sky, earth, then water. All these things are making this universe. The same 5 elements are there in our body also. So, if there is any imbalance of these 5 elements, we call it as a disorder. So, to bring it back, to balance it, we can use the same elements. Like, supposing there is a deficiency of water in my body, right? For that, I'm getting, dry of my lips or something like. What is to be done? Drink water, that's it. But what we do here is, we drink coffee, we drink tea, we drink Coca-Cola, 1 liter. So that's a problem we are creating for ourselves. Instead of water, we are putting all this, it is like a poison for this body. So this is what naturopathy tells. So like that, you do one by one. Prana. Next. If there is a deficiency, do more pranayama. If there is a requirement of akasha or sky or ether, space, do upvas. Take intermittent fasting. 8 to 16 hours, for which somebody, a Japanese biologist, got Nobel Prize. But this practice was existing thousands of years back in India itself. But we are not able to observe and document it properly. So this is the third thing. The fourth is earth. This body, mainly muscle, bone, and all these things made up of earth element. For that, we need to do some exercises so that we can adjust all these things using the food also. Food also comes under earth. Next, last is water, as I already told you. So this is how naturopathy can be used for balancing is all these Pancha Mahabhutas and making the healthy and happiness.
Excellent. Rightly said. It was very, very informative, Devarajji. Now let's come to your daily schedule. So what is a typical day for you?
See, my day here, it is different than what is in India. See, in back home, what I do is morning, asana, pranayama, meditation, then bath, other things. Then between 11 and 1, I take only one food, whatever possible. That's the end of it. Afterwards, I keep drinking warm water whole day, maybe around 3 to 3.5 liters of water. That's it. Then what happens? Because I'm eating only once, the stools comes next day morning, clear, no problem of indigestion, no problem of overdigestion, no problem of all other things starting from stomach is not there.
So how long you have been practicing this? Only one time a day you eat?
No, earlier, yes, I was taking 3 times. Then I slowly and steadily made it 2 times. Now I'm sticking on to 1 time. But here, after coming into US, I have to listen to my students. Sometimes they film with 3 times also. I can't help. I have to take it. But in that also, I manage sometimes taking little so that I can compensate. That's what I do.
Very nice. Very nice. I think this is a very good input for all the audience. How to manage your life, starting with yoga, asana, pranayama, and
Meditation.
your food habits. Meditation.
Correct.
Absolutely. So what do you do for a living, sir?
Actually, I was working in a bank as manager earlier till 2007. From 1975, I served the bank for 32 years. Then I did Padayatra, Kanyakumari to New Delhi. I walked.
God.
That was in 2006.
How many days it took for you?
It took only 7 months. I did walking of 3,000 kilometers, covering 9 states, 40 districts, conducting 40 press meets, and visiting around 600 schools, colleges, and universities, creating awareness about yoga and also awareness about the benefits of interlinking of rivers in India and giving water to all the villages. So that was my part. During that, I met a lot of great people. That made me to realize a lot of things, and I left the bank itself.
Amazing. The reason I asked you this question is today's world, you cannot stop the job. Job is life. I'm trying to understand how you have come out of it, and today how people have to think about it.
Okay. See, in 1997, there was some problem in the banking career. I thought of resigning. Then my guru said, no, you can't live just like that. You have to plan. What? See, I got a lot of EMIs and,
Exactly.
the whole life is EMI life now. So he said, you find out something for clearing all your debts. I planned accordingly. It took almost 10 years for me, from 97 to 2007. That is how, after that Padayatra, I left the bank. How I did it? See, I stopped taking any loans that day. That's a practical tips I am telling you. When I decided to leave the bank, I stopped taking further loans, first thing. Second thing is, if there is a loan for 5 years, I have doubled my installments, EMI. I started paying double so that I can pay that early.
Absolutely.
Second. Third thing is, I started finding out myself what is I can do after leaving the bank when I was in the bank itself. So I did certificate course in yoga, masters in yoga, then MPhil in yoga. All those things I did when I was in the bank itself. So that was my preparation to come out of the bank. So like that, one has to plan as per his thing. One. Second thing is, I got only son. I have to think of his education also. So I made some deposits and all that for his education. Then only I thought of all this. So like that, one has to plan before taking any decision. That decision also gets supported if you are in the practice of yoga to take a right decision at the right time.
Fantastic. I think it's an eye-opener for everyone. What a journey you had. And seeing you, since 3 days I was observing you, but I never thought that you have a long history, right?
Thank you.
So tell us more about your Guinness Book record, and what are the organizations you serve, and what is the impact you're creating in the Indo-Americans' life.
Okay. 2 things you're asking. The first one, let me answer about the Guinness World Record. See, in the world, everyone has to create some record or the other before they
Absolutely
breathe last. That is my thing. Guinness World Record is world known. So, from Swami Vivekananda Yoga Research and Holistic Health Trust, and we've also got one Yoga University of the Americas, registered as a religious university in Miami, US, where I am the Vice President and also Vice Chancellor in India. Using these 2 organizations, we have trained around 1,391 students, boys and girls, in Bangalore, in Yelahanka. We made them to come on a particular day on 22nd of December 2019. Then we made them to create a record of Warrior Pose 1. That gave us a lot of satisfaction. though we spend a lot of money, it gives a lot of confidence and courage. So that, yes, whatever we feel, we can do it. That is again thanks to yoga, which is dedicated. Determination can bring a lot of things. We also call it as Sankalpa Yoga. If you do any with a determination, it comes out.